Retirement marks a chapter of freedom, a chance to relish the rewards of a lifetime of effort and focus on personal growth, travel, and fulfillment. For many retirees, however, one pressing question arises: how close should I live to my family? It's a deeply personal decision, but one that carries profound implications for your relationships, independence, and overall happiness. At first glance, living close to loved ones seems like an easy choice. It offers the comfort of shared moments, emotional support, and the joy of being actively involved in the lives of children and grandchildren. However, the reality is far more complex. Proximity to family during retirement comes with both advantages and hidden challenges. While it can strengthen bonds and simplify certain aspects of daily life, it may also blur boundaries, create financial strain, or even foster unintended dependency. Striking the right balance requires careful thought, open communication, and a deep understanding of your own priorities and family dynamics. In this video, we'll delve into the intricacies of living near family in retirement. From the heartfelt benefits of closeness to the less obvious risks of being too close, we'll guide you through the factors that matter most. Together, we'll uncover practical strategies to create a dynamic that fosters connection without compromising your independence or personal goals. Finding this balance can lead to more meaningful relationships and a retirement lifestyle that reflects your needs and aspirations. So let's take a closer look at how you can approach this crucial decision. Why living close to family in retirement appeals to many. For most retirees, the idea of living close to family evokes feelings of warmth and comfort. The prospect of being actively present in the lives of children and grandchildren, sharing milestones, supporting them through challenges, and strengthening family bonds can be incredibly appealing. Retirement offers a golden opportunity to connect more deeply with loved ones, allowing grandparents to witness their grandchildren grow, attend special events, and celebrate everyday joys together. Beyond emotional fulfillment, there are practical reasons that make living near family a compelling choice. Emotionally, the rewards of proximity to family cannot be overstated. Being close allows retirees to nurture a sense of belonging and purpose, fostering meaningful relationships during their later years. Studies consistently affirm the positive impact of family ties on emotional well-being. For instance, research from Pew highlights that retirees who live near family often feel more connected to their communities and report higher levels of life satisfaction. The presence of loved ones also provides an invaluable safety net in times of difficulty. Whether recovering from illness, processing grief, or navigating unforeseen challenges, knowing that family is nearby brings a profound sense of security and reassurance. From a practical standpoint, living close to family simplifies many aspects of daily life. For retirees, tasks like grocery shopping, attending doctor's appointments, or managing home repairs become far less daunting with the help of nearby loved ones. Additionally, many retirees find immense satisfaction in giving back to their families, whether by providing childcare for grandchildren or being a source of support during life's transitions. This mutually beneficial relationship not only strengthens family bonds, but can also bring retirees a renewed sense of purpose. For families that choose to live together or near one another, the financial benefits can be significant as well. Multi-generational households, for example, allow families to share the burden of expenses such as rent, utilities, and groceries, creating financial breathing room for all members. This arrangement often enables retirees to stretch their savings further, while also contributing meaningfully to the household. However, as appealing as these advantages may be, the reality is not always so idyllic. Proximity to family, while heartwarming and practical, can sometimes lead to unexpected complications. Challenges like blurred boundaries, excessive dependence, and even interpersonal conflicts can arise, prompting retirees to consider whether living too close might disrupt their ideal balance of connection and independence. Exploring these hidden dynamics is crucial for retirees as they weigh the benefits and drawbacks of relocating to be closer to family. The hidden challenges of living too close to family. For every heartwarming tale of a retiree flourishing near their family, there's another story of strained relationships, blurred boundaries, and unexpected regrets. While the idea of living close to family seems comforting in theory, it can often lead to challenges that many retirees fail to anticipate until they're already deeply entrenched in them. One of the most significant and common issues is managing boundaries. When living too close to family, the lines between independence and obligation can quickly blur. Parents may find themselves stepping into the role of full-time babysitters for their grandchildren, even when they hadn't planned for such responsibilities. On the other hand, adult children may inadvertently lean too heavily on their parents, not just for childcare, but for emotional or financial support. Without clear boundaries and open communication, retirees may start to feel overburdened by demands they didn't foresee. What begins as occasional helping out can easily escalate into an unpaid, full-time caregiving role, leading to feelings of resentment, frustration, and burnout. Living close can also pose a significant threat to the independence that retirees value so much. Retirement is often seen as a time of self-discovery, a chance to pursue long-awaited hobbies, travel freely, and embrace new experiences. But being in close proximity to family can erode this freedom. Adult children and grandchildren may unintentionally assume that retirees are always available, leaving little space for retirees to focus on their own goals, interests, or social lives. This loss of independence can be subtle at first, but over time, it can lead to feelings of stagnation or even regret about their living arrangements. The emotional risks go both ways. Retirees may begin relying too heavily on their adult children for companionship or decision-making, creating an unbalanced dynamic. Conversely, adult children may feel burdened by the constant presence of their parents nearby, especially if they start feeling obligated to take on the role of caregivers. This delicate dynamic can strain relationships over time, eroding the very sense of closeness that retirees hope to nurture. Perhaps most concerning is the potential for conflicts to arise when living too close. While proximity can enhance good moments, it can also amplify tensions. Minor disagreements, whether about parenting styles, household finances, or lifestyle differences, can easily escalate when family members are constantly in each other's space. Consider the story of Anne, a retired teacher who moved into the same neighborhood as her daughter. Initially, the arrangement seemed perfect. Anne was thrilled to spend more time with her grandchildren, and her daughter appreciated the extra help. But before long, unspoken expectations began to surface. Anne found herself babysitting nearly every day, leaving little time for her own plans or social life. Meanwhile, her daughter grew frustrated when Anne occasionally said no to babysitting requests. This mismatch in expectations strained their once close relationship, leaving both sides feeling misunderstood and overburdened. Such situations underscore the importance of carefully weighing the pros and cons of living near family during retirement. While the intention is often rooted in love and connection, the practical realities of navigating boundaries, maintaining independence, and managing potential conflicts can quickly make the arrangement more challenging than anticipated. Recognizing these risks beforehand and taking proactive steps to address them can help retirees strike a healthier balance and preserve the relationships they hold dear. The benefits of maintaining some distance. What's the alternative to living right next door to family in retirement? For many retirees, maintaining some physical distance while staying reasonably accessible can strike the perfect balance between connection and independence. By living just far enough away, you can enjoy the perks of family relationships without the risks of boundary issues, overdependence, or conflict. In fact, keeping a little space between you and your loved ones can often enhance both your relationships and your overall quality of life. One significant benefit of maintaining some distance is the way it encourages healthier and more intentional relationships. Physical separation reduces the likelihood of unplanned daily visits or interactions that might feel routine or obligatory. Instead, it creates opportunities for purposeful connections that everyone can anticipate and appreciate. For example, retirees living 30 to 60 minutes away from their children often describe their family time as more meaningful and special. Visits can be planned for family dinners, birthdays, or other celebrations, allowing everyone to come together with a positive mindset while preserving the sanctity of their personal space afterward. This kind of arrangement fosters a relationship dynamic built on mutual respect rather than convenience or expectations. It helps ensure that interactions remain enriching rather than becoming something either party feels they have to do. Retirees and their adult children can share quality time without the complications of being too enmeshed in one another's daily lives. Another advantage of maintaining some distance is the preservation of independence, which is one of the most cherished aspects of retirement. Having your own space allows you to focus on your personal aspirations, whether that involves pursuing hobbies, exploring new interests, or traveling to new places. You can fully embrace the freedom retirement offers without the constant pull of family demands. Distance also empowers your adult children to manage their own challenges without relying on you as their immediate solution for every problem. This separation fosters independence for both generations, creating a healthier dynamic that respects everyone's individual growth and autonomy. For retirees, it can also reduce the risk of falling into roles they hadn't planned for, such as becoming default babysitters or caregivers. For adult children, it provides the opportunity to develop problem-solving skills and strengthen their own household routines. From a practical perspective, living a short drive away offers flexibility without the complications of living in the same household or down the street. It minimizes the risks of financial entanglements, such as shared expenses or obligations, and reduces the likelihood of blurred caregiving roles. For example, while living nearby may allow you to lend occasional support, such as helping with an errand or babysitting in emergencies, it ensures that this support remains optional and doesn't interfere with your personal goals, time, or finances. By maintaining some physical distance, you can achieve the best of both worlds, nurturing strong family relationships while safeguarding the independence and freedom you've worked so hard to enjoy. It's about creating a setup where connections are cherished, boundaries are respected, and retirement is lived on your terms. Finding the right balance. How close is too close? Finding the right balance between closeness and independence when it comes to living near family and retirement is crucial for maintaining healthy relationships and preserving your well-being. The key is determining a distance that allows you to be available when needed, while also granting you the space you deserve. The first step in achieving this balance is considering how close is truly ideal. Experts generally agree that living 30 to 60 minutes away is a sweet spot for many retirees. It's close enough to make regular weekend visits and handle emergencies without feeling like you're constantly on call. This distance allows for family connection, while still preserving privacy and giving you the freedom to enjoy your retirement on your own terms. It's a buffer that prevents the blurring of boundaries, a crucial aspect of healthy family dynamics. Living next door or in the same house may seem convenient, but without clear boundaries and mutual understanding, it can quickly become overwhelming. If both you and your family are not in full agreement about what living so close means in terms of responsibilities and space, it could lead to unintended conflicts and frustrations. Having a conversation about these expectations beforehand can make a significant difference in avoiding misunderstandings down the line. In fact, one of the most important steps when deciding how close to live to family is to evaluate the family dynamics. Before making any big decisions, it's wise to have an open conversation about what your role will be in the family's day-to-day life. Are you expected to provide regular childcare? Is there an assumption that you'll pitch in financially or take on a caregiving role? Having a candid discussion about these questions will help ensure that everyone is on the same page, and it will allow you to clarify your boundaries early on. Doing so can prevent potential resentment and ensure that your retirement experience remains one of enjoyment, not obligation. Lastly, aligning your personal retirement goals with the realities of living near family is key. If you've always dreamed of traveling the world, downsizing, or joining a retirement community with like-minded individuals, it is important to consider whether these aspirations will fit within the framework of living close to family. While being near loved ones can be fulfilling, it should not come at the cost of your own goals and desires. Take time to reflect on what you truly want for your retirement, and make sure those dreams aren't compromised by the proximity to your family. Balancing your personal needs with the expectations of family can make a significant difference in creating a fulfilling and harmonious retirement. Practical tips for balancing family proximity and independence. Successfully balancing family proximity and independence in retirement involves thoughtful planning and open communication. One of the most effective ways to maintain this balance is by setting clear boundaries with your family. It's important to have conversations about expectations, such as how often you'll visit or provide support, and to establish a schedule for family time. By doing so, you can avoid unplanned interruptions and ensure that your time spent together remains meaningful, rather than becoming a source of obligation. Scheduling visits or family activities in advance creates a framework that everyone can rely on, providing space for both personal time and family connections without the pressures of spontaneous requests. Equally important is creating your own social network outside of your immediate family. It's easy to become solely focused on family retirement, but it's essential to cultivate friendships and engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Whether it's joining local clubs, taking classes, or volunteering in your community, these opportunities help you build a life that is independent from family obligations. Staying active in hobbies that spark passion or exploring new interests not only enhances your well-being, but also gives you a sense of purpose and fulfillment that extends beyond your role within the family. This personal growth and social engagement also serve to create a healthy balance, ensuring that your identity and happiness are not solely defined by your proximity to family. When it comes to practical considerations, establishing clear financial arrangements is crucial, especially if you're living in a multi-generational home or contributing to household expenses. It's essential to set rules about how expenses will be shared to avoid misunderstandings or resentment. Maintaining separate finances is another key element of preserving your independence, ensuring that your financial security remains intact and that you aren't burdened by unnecessary financial strain. Having these conversations up front allows everyone to understand their responsibilities and reduces the likelihood of conflicts over money. If you are uncertain about living permanently near family, consider alternative arrangements before making a final decision. One option could be seasonal visits or extended stays, which allow you to test out the arrangement before committing fully. This trial period provides valuable insight into how close proximity affects your independence and family dynamics, giving you the chance to adjust or rethink your decision based on first-hand experience. Taking this more gradual approach can prevent future regrets and help you make a well-informed choice that benefits everyone involved. Ultimately, balancing family proximity and independence in retirement is about creating an arrangement that respects both your need for connection and your desire for personal space. By establishing boundaries, cultivating your own social circles, managing finances thoughtfully, and exploring flexible living arrangements, you can enjoy the best of both worlds: strong family ties and a fulfilling, independent retirement. Financial and relocation considerations. Relocating closer to family is not just an emotional decision. It carries significant financial considerations that can impact your retirement plans. One of the first financial factors to consider is the cost of moving itself. On average, a long-distance move in the U.S. can cost around $4,300. This includes the price of hiring movers, transportation, and any potential fees for transferring utilities or setting up services in your new home. However, this is only part of the equation. If you're buying a new home or even renting, the costs can quickly spiral higher, especially if you're moving from a more affordable area to a region with higher living expenses. These initial costs can be a heavy financial burden, especially for retirees who may be living on a fixed income or trying to stretch their retirement savings. Moreover, the housing market can pose additional challenges. If your children reside in a high-cost area, moving closer to them could place a significant strain on your retirement savings. In these areas, property prices may be prohibitively expensive, and you could find it difficult to downsize to a more affordable option. For retirees looking to preserve their financial security, it may be worth considering alternatives such as moving to a more senior-friendly community or a location with a lower cost of living. These options can provide both a more affordable housing market and a greater sense of community for older adults, without sacrificing the opportunity to be closer to family. In addition to the financial costs of relocating, it's important to consider the caregiving dynamics that often come with living near family. While many retirees enjoy the opportunity to support their children or grandchildren, being close to family can create unspoken expectations, particularly around caregiving. It can be difficult to set boundaries when family members might rely on you for assistance with childcare, errands, or other forms of support. Although helping family is fulfilling, it's essential to consider how these responsibilities might affect your own health, finances, and retirement plans. Being constantly available for caregiving tasks could lead to physical or emotional exhaustion, and it might limit your ability to pursue your own retirement goals, such as travel, leisure activities, or even just relaxing. Taking time to reflect on how caregiving will impact your life, both financially and emotionally, can help you make a more informed decision about the long-term consequences of living close to family. Ultimately, the financial and relocation considerations are just as important as the emotional aspects of living near family. By evaluating the cost of moving, the challenges posed by the housing market, and the caregiving dynamics at play, you can make a more informed decision that aligns with both your financial goals and your desire to maintain independence and well-being in retirement. Lessons from real-life examples, success stories. Real-life examples provide valuable insights into the complexities of living close to family in retirement, illustrating both the rewards and the potential challenges of such a decision. Success stories often highlight how retirees can strike a perfect balance between proximity and independence. For instance, one retired couple decided to relocate about 45 minutes away from their children. This distance allowed them to enjoy regular family dinners and be actively involved in their grandchildren's lives without the pressures of daily expectations or obligations. The couple found that by maintaining this manageable distance, they could engage with family during important moments without feeling overwhelmed by the constant demands of proximity. Another example involves a set of grandparents who chose to live in a nearby senior community. This decision allowed them to retain their independence while staying close enough to be involved in their grandchildren's lives. They were able to enjoy the social opportunities and amenities that came with the senior community while participating in family events, such as school plays or sporting events, on their terms. This arrangement gave them the autonomy to live their retirement on their own terms, while still fostering a meaningful connection with their family. However, cautionary tales serve as a reminder of the potential difficulties that can arise when the lines between family and personal space blur too much. In one such case, a family decided to share a home, believing it would provide economic and emotional support. While this seemed like an ideal solution initially, the arrangement quickly became strained. The family members found themselves struggling with differing routines, household responsibilities, and financial conflicts. The grandparents, who were contributing to the household financially and with caregiving, began to feel overburdened, while the adult children found it difficult to maintain their own independence. This situation highlights the importance of clear communication and establishing boundaries before making such a significant move. These examples underscore the delicate balance retirees must find when deciding whether to live close to family. While maintaining proximity can strengthen bonds and provide emotional support, it's essential to ensure that personal independence, financial stability, and family dynamics are carefully considered. Each family is different, and understanding what works best for you, whether through periodic visits A nearby senior community or a careful arrangement within the home can ensure a fulfilling retirement experience that doesn't come at the expense of personal well-being. Conclusion: striking the perfect balance. Finding the perfect balance when deciding how close to live to family in retirement is crucial to ensuring a rewarding and fulfilling next chapter of life. While the idea of being near loved ones offers emotional and practical benefits, such as shared memories, caregiving support, and a sense of community, it also requires careful consideration of potential challenges. Issues like boundary setting, loss of personal independence, and the potential for relationship strain must be acknowledged. It's about ensuring that you maintain a space where you can thrive personally, while also being available to your family in a healthy and meaningful way. By striking this balance, you can enjoy close connections without compromising your own needs, ultimately allowing you to experience the best of both worlds. So, have you given any thought to how close you'd like to live to your family in retirement? We'd love to hear your personal experiences and any tips or strategies you may have for navigating this important decision. Share your thoughts in the comments below,